the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rob Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Office of the Presidential Advisor on Peace, Reconciliation and Unity Chief rejects terror hotspot tug on Mindanao. Anti-insurgency projects up in northern Samar in 2026. DPWH assures safe, true to value infra projects in 2026. Philippine National Police ramps up drive against illegal firecrackers.
Good day everyone, as well as our troops at Camp Emilio Aguinaldo, Quezon City. Today is Tuesday, December 23, and this is AFP Community News, your source for the updates on the armed forces and other developments across the country. In behalf of Rob Suzon, this is Jai Simbahon here to bring you today's stories. DWDD Armed Forces News. Office of the Presidential Advisor on Peace, Reconciliation and Unity Secretary Carlito Galvez Jr. rejected reports branding Mindanao as a terror hotspot after information of suspects in the Bondi Beach shooting in Australia traveled in the Philippines last month. In his statement, Galvez emphasized that these claims are not only unvalidated by intelligence but is also deeply unjust to the people of Mindanao. In addition, Galvez called on to the international media to exercise discernment and responsibility. Meanwhile, the Bureau of Immigration last week confirmed that the suspects in the Bondi Beach shooting, Sajid Akram, 50, and his 24-year-old son Navid were in the Philippines from November 1 to 28. Local police said two stayed in a hotel in Davao City. DWDD Armed Forces News. And the Northern Samar Provincial Government announced that more projects designed to end insurgency will be implemented in the province in 2026 under the Support to the Barangay Development Program. According to the provincial government, the SBDP has expanded with new recipient communities in 2026 and those part of the retooled community support program for the year 2025 to 2026. Among the new SBDP beneficiaries are barangays Macagtas, Washington, Samoge and Libho in Catarman Town, Barangay Still Pilar at Quezon in Las Navas, Barangay Alejandro in Alem, Barangay Sumoroy in Bobon, Barangay Magtuas and Solitan in Katubig, Barangay Sibunot and Yabiaban in Lawang, Barangay Bayo of Lope de Vega, Barangay Mirador and Talulora in Mondragon, and Barangays Gindaohan and Kailingan in Rosario Town. SBDP-funded projects include rural roads, health stations, water systems, and schools for conflict-cleared and far-flung communities. DWDD Armed Forces News. Armed Forces Radio. And now let us hear some information from Shira about 1101st Infantry Brigade Commander conducts series of inspections and visit to KAA patrol bases in Basilan. Shira?
Yes, good afternoon. The Western Naval Command welcomed home the returning security personnel from Lawak and Patag Islands Kalayaan Island Group, together with a mission team led by BRP Laguna LS-501. Troops from the said units returned home after the successful completion of the rotation and resupply RORE mission in the West Philippine Sea. During the arrival ceremony, the command emphasized the importance of well-being, family time, and responsible conduct this Yuletide season. The said ceremony honored the troops' dedication, sacrifice, and professionalism in safeguarding our forward areas and upholding national sovereignty. This is Shari Rivera reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Shira. DWDD Armed Forces News. And Philippine Navy's offshore patrol vessels BRP Emilio Jacinto conducted a maritime patrol and test fired its 76mm main gun off Los Frailes Island, Zambales In a statement, the Philippine Navy said that during the patrol, PS-35 maintained heightened maritime domain awareness while monitoring vessel movements and engaging in presence operations in key sail lanes, particularly in areas vulnerable to transnational maritime threats. It added that the test firing of the ship's 7.6mm Auto Melara main gun was to ensure operability, accuracy, and effective operation of the weapon and amplify the operator's skills proficiency. Meanwhile, the PN added that all NLNC and its assets will continue to monitor the area and ensure the safety of Filipino fisherfolk within the West Philippine Sea.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And Joint Task Force Sinaya conducted a 4-day maritime security patrol in eastern Mindanao while extending humanitarian assistance to local fisherfolk ahead of the Christmas season. PRP Artemio Ricarte, PS-37, was deployed from 17 to 21 December in key maritime areas stretching from General Santos City to Sarangani Bay, Sarangani Province, Davao Occidental, Balot Island, Davao Gulf, and the common maritime borders between the Philippines and Indonesia. During its maritime security operation, the PS-37 also carried out a gift-giving at sea activity for fisherfolk operating in the waters of Kiamba, Maasim, and Maitum in Sarangani Province. Meanwhile, a total of 100 food packs were distributed to local fishermen as part of the Navy's Christmas outreach efforts.
DWDD Armed Forces News. Armed Forces Radio.
And now let us hear more updates from Mike about 1101st Infantry Brigade welcomes 112th DRC in Lamitan City. Mike?
The 1101st Infantry Gagandiran Brigade formally welcomed the 2nd Division Reconnaissance Company (DRC) of the 11th Infantry Division upon their arrival at Lamitan City Port. 1101st Infantry Brigade Commander Brigadier General Frederick M. Sales led the said activity together with the officers and personnel of the brigade. Meanwhile, the 11th DRC is returning to Basilan, where they were previously assigned, to serve as relief in peace and to support ongoing security operations in the province. The unit's presence in the area will further strengthen the brigade's effort to ensure peace and security in Basilan. This is Mike reporting for AFP Community News, 1FP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Mike.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And the Philippine Fleet conferred new ranks on its enlisted personnel during a donning of ranks ceremony held at Naval Operating Base Subic, Zambales. The said activity, led by Philippine Fleet Commander Rear Admiral Joe Anthony C. Orbe, Philippine Navy, marked the promotion of 11 enlisted personnel to the respective higher ranks. In his message, Rear Admiral Orbe commended the newly promoted personnel for their accomplishments and emphasized that promotion carries responsibilities that extend beyond previous held ranks and positions. Meanwhile, the ceremony reaffirmed the Philippine Fleet's commitment to professional development, personnel recognition, and the advancement of a capable and resilient naval force.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And for our national news,
DWDD National News.
Department of Public Works and Highways Secretary Vince Dizon assured that the agency will implement right price infrastructure projects without compromising quality and orderliness in 2026. Dizon said right pricing, quality, and fast construction of infrastructure projects is doable. He cited several projects that were immediately constructed, such as the Pigatan Detour Bridge in Alcala, Cagayan, which was completed in just 60 days, and the repair of the damaged Cebu Provincial Hospital in Bogo City, Cebu. At the same time, Dizon said 2 more structures are set for completion in the coming days. These are the collapsed section of the Bukidnon-Davao Road in Sitio Kipolot, Quezon-Bukidnon, and the still under construction San Juanico Bridge in Tacloban City, which has been partially opened to heavy vehicles.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
On the other line, let us hear more from JR regarding 101st Infantry Battalion strengthen security in Omak and Luok, Sulu. JR?
The 101st Infantry Sajahitra Battalion further strengthened security operations in some area in the municipalities of Luok and Omar in Sulu to ensure the safety of citizens during the celebration. The operation aimed to prevent any illegal activities and ensure public safety. During the operation, the troops conducted vehicle inspections and identity verification in an orderly and systematic manner, while actively monitored the operations areas. Meanwhile, the Sajahitra Battalion continued to collaborate with local governments and police to strengthen security and ensure order throughout the community during this festive season. This is JR reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you, JR.
DWDD National News.
And the Department of Transportation is speeding up the completion of 16,575 housing units for families affected by North-South Commuter Railway System by the end of 2026. Transportation Secretary Giovanni Lopez said the President has ordered that housing units be completed so that those affected by the NSCR can leave them immediately. He assured that they are working with the agencies responsible for the housing units to complete them immediately. The 147-kilometer NSCR system will traverse from Clark International Airport in Pampanga to Calamba in Laguna, reducing travel to less than 2.5 hours from the current hours via land travel.
DWDD National News.
Ang Philippine National Police Acting Chief Lieutenant General Jose Melencio Nertatis Jr. inspected firecracker stalls in Bocaue Town as part of the intensified drive against illegal firecrackers. Nertatis said they are doing this to ensure peace and order as well as public safety. He added that the organization would like to reduce risk of death, injuries, loss of property, and firecracker incidents. The inspection focused on verifying compliance with safety standards, licensing requirements, and proper display and storage of pyrotechnic products in line with existing laws and regulations.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio Report.
From our reporter on the ground, let us hear the report of Mel Joy about 17th Infantry Battalion brings joy of peace to former rebels in Cagayan. Mel Joy?
Yes, Jai, smiles, laughter, and heartfelt conversations mark the year-end assessment and Christmas program of the Kapia Cagayan Cooperative, supported by the 17th Infantry Battalion at the battalion headquarters in Barangay Bangag, Lalo, Cagayan. Now living peaceful lives with their families, the members of Kapia Cagayan came together to celebrate how far they have come, sharing stories of hard work, renewed dreams, and simple joys made possible by unity and support. As part of the program, chapter leaders presented their accomplishments, reflecting both organizational progress and personal growth among the members. A ceremonial oath-taking followed, symbolizing a shared promise to continue choosing peace and cooperation. The Christmas Fellowship allowed the former rebels and their families to simply enjoy the moment of laughing together, sharing food, and celebrating the season with renewed sense of belonging. The 17th Infantry Battalion reiterated its ongoing support for Kapia Cagayan Cooperative, emphasizing that lasting peace comes not only from security measures but also from compassion, trust, and providing opportunities for a better life. This is Meljo Inesio Oroco reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Mel Joy.
DWDD National News.
And the House of Representatives suspended its session ahead of the Christmas break. This came after sealing major legislative breakthroughs highlighted by the approval of the 6.793 trillion 2026 national budget through the country's first open and live-streamed bicameral conference committee. Speaker Faustino Boji D. III said the conclusion of the bicameral negotiations marked a turning point for transparency in the budget process. He emphasized that openness resulted in a national budget the public can trust. He also commended all House members of the 20th Congress for steering the budget talks to completion.
DWDD National
And
News.
children in Taguig City now have a fresh holiday treat as the city government opened the TLC Play Park. Taguig Mayor Lani Cayetano said the 3,000 square meter park located along the edge of Laguna Lake is part of their efforts to create free public places where families can bond and spend quality time together. She added that the facility is designed for children from ages 3 to 12, which features world-class play equipment paired with cultural storytelling elements, giving children opportunities for active play while learning about Taguig's provincialidad identity. The facility also features a wide range of play structures, including the giant slide, pirate ship, and eagle climber. The park is open from Tuesday to Sunday, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. to 8 p.m.
DWDD. National News. Armed Forces Radio.
And now let us hear from Gina about 3rd Infantry Division joins ARPOCA's 6th fourth quarter meeting. Gina?
Yes, Jai, the 3rd Infantry Spearhead Division participated in the 4th quarter meeting of the Regional Peace and Order Council 4 held at the DILG Regional Office 4 in Barangay Bolong Oeste, Santa Barbara, Iloilo. The said meeting was attended by various regional directors and representatives from member agencies including the AFP, DILG, PNP, DOJ, DSWD, NICA, PCG, and other partner institutions. During the meeting, discussions focused on peace and security measures, public safety preparations for the holiday season, and updates from different agencies. Meanwhile, the 3rd ID's participation on the meeting underscores the unit's commitment in maintaining and strengthening long-lasting peace in the region. This is Gina reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Gina.
DWDD. National News.
And the Senate has extended its session calendar to give lawmakers more time to review the proposed 2026 national budget. They moved the resumption of session from December 22 to December 29 and adjournment from December 23 to December 30 to allow the completion of the Bicameral Conference Committee report and the preparation of the enrolled bill for the 2026 General Appropriations Act. Senate President Vicente Soto III said the upper chamber would not proceed with ratification without seeing an almost enrolled or fully enrolled copy of the budget, stressing that he wanted the final measure to be very clean and free from any insertions. Soto added that he does not want a repeat of last year's experience when the chamber ratified a budget based only on a summary.
DWDD. National News.
And Executive Secretary Ralph Recto assured he would cooperate with the Office of the Ombudsman as it investigates the transfer of 60 billion peso PhilHealth funds to the National Treasury. Recto issued a statement after the Save the Philippines Coalition filed complaints for technical malversation, plunder, and grave misconduct against him and former PhilHealth President and Chief Executive Officer Emmanuel Ledesma Jr. The palace official said he respects every citizen's right to seek redress before the courts and will fully cooperate with the Office of the Ombudsman during the conduct of preliminary investigation. Recto then emphasized that will not get distracted by political noise as the work of improving government performance and services is his priority.
DWDD. National News. Armed Forces Radio.
And now we have some information from Shaina about 1101st Infantry Brigade Commander conducts series of inspections and visit to Kaa Patrol bases in Basilan. Shaina?
Yes, Jai, 1101st Infantry Gagandilan Brigade Commander Brigadier General Frederick M. Sales conducted a series of inspections and visits to CAA patrol bases across the province of Basilan as part of the brigade's initiative to support and uplift deployed troops during the holiday season. Along with the brigade commander were the commanding officers of the 18th Infantry Battalion, 32nd Infantry Battalion, 45th Infantry Battalion, and the 6th Special Forces Battalion, highlighting a unified leadership support for the troops on the ground. During the visit, Brigadier General Sales personally distributed new uniforms, Noche Buena packages, and sacks of rice to CAAs, while also checking on their welfare, operational readiness, and morale as many remains on duty away from their families during the Christmas season. Meanwhile, Tarahan troopers reaffirmed their commitment to perform their duties with professionalism, commitment, and dedication in maintaining peace and security in Basilan. This is Shay Naraneta reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Shaina.
DWDD National News.
And the Department of Justice has recovered tens of millions of pesos this month from contractors and former officials implicated in alleged anomalous flood control projects. This came as restitution agreements and witness protection arrangements moved forward. Justice spokesman Paulo Martinez said contractor Sally Santos returned around 15 million pesos to government coffers as part of her restitution under a memorandum of agreement with the DOJ. Martinez said further details would be released at a later date. Santos, the owner of the manager of SYMS Construction Trading, had earlier admitted delivering about 245 million in cash.
DWDD National News.
And the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority advised the public to go green this Christmas by recycling packages of parcels. They said that cartoons, plastics, and bubble wraps of parcels ordered online can be recycled. MMDA added that proper recycling and reuse of packaging materials is an important step toward a more sustainable future. The agency recovered more than 600 tons of garbage from pumping stations and flooded areas in the National Capital Region last July.
DWDD National News.
And for our final news, the Department of Social Welfare and Development strongly condemned any form of exploitation of children and considered child abduction as a grave and unacceptable act. This followed an incident where a 1-year-old child was taken and used for begging on the street by a young man. DSWD Assistant Secretary and spokesperson Irene Dumlao said, abducting a child is a grave and unacceptable act as they remind all parents and guardians to be vigilant and never entrust their children to strangers under any circumstances. The family of the child, who had been living and begging on the streets since September, has been assisted by the Pagabot program and is undergoing further assessment for possible livelihood or employment aid.
DWDD National
And that's
News.
all for today's broadcast. Thank you for joining us, especially to our audience in our DWDD AFP Radio Facebook page. Before we end our program, we would like to greet everyone in advance. Merry Christmas from your AFP Radio family. Don't forget to tune in on Friday for more updates. Same time, same station. Again, this is Joyce Inbound for AFP Community News. 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rob Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.